Brain Wander, the gateway of perception. Welcome to Serenity Alzheimer's Dementia Research. Agnosia is a rare neurological condition that can manifest in different ways, in its visual form. So people may be unable to recognize everyday objects such as keys or utensils, even even though their vision is okay. They see the object, but they have lost the ability to recall what it is. So they may think a banana is an apple, for instance. They get their thoughts mixed up with what they see, but they know it's a fruit though, or whatever item it pertains to. People with auditory agnosia, they cannot recognize certain sounds such as like a siren or a baby crying because it's like the same thing to them, or one or the other. Like a siren might really sound like a baby crying, vice versa. A baby crying sounds like a siren. So even though they can hear okay, those with the tactile form of agnosia can't recognize what they touch. So in an especially unusual form of agnosia, it is called prosopagnosia or face blindness. Okay, so people can't recognize the faces that should be familiar to them, such as those family members or close friends. Other variations of this order include finger agnosia, which is the inability to distinguish one's own fingers, and motion agnosia. Agnosia occurs as a result of a brain damage, so from a stroke, dementia, traumatic brain injuries, or any development disorders. So, according to Marlon Berman, who has a PhD and who is an associate professor of ophthalmology at the University of Pittsburgh, um, is saying that in visual agnosia, it is said that the occipital region of the brain may be damaged. Auditory agnosia may be caused by injury in the temporal region. So those regions that contain the pathways and machinery that connect the sight and sound to the parts of the brain that interpret that information, and according to Vijay Ramani, who has an MD and a PhD, who is an assistant professor of neurology at Mayo Clinic in Rochester, MD, Maryland. Um, so that's what they're saying with that. So in face blindness, you have the facial aphasia, you got the prosopagnosia, you got confusion, you got family issues, anxiety, informality. Your perception is different. Damage to the brain is hard to recognize. You have memory issues. There's different faces. There's much trauma. You know, there's like a associative disorder. You're probably going to end up with family issues and concerns. Learning to adapt. So, learning to adapt to agnosia. So, diagnosing agnosia is done by determining its underlying causes and charting a way forward. Doctors perform a thorough evaluation, including a neurological exam, a CT scan, an MRI, a lumbar puncture. A patient can then work with physical and occupational therapists and social worker to develop adaptive techniques. Early signs of agnosia is thinking that your eyesight is going bad. because you can't find everyday objects like your keys or something that you would uh, look for or use every day, or glasses. So normally people see an ophthalmologist, they are fitted with glasses. But hold on, glasses won't change a thing. It's a brain problem, not the eyes. As you can see here on this chart, this is showing you that all five senses is affected by agnosia, um, because of the brain disorder. So your sight, your smelling, your tasting, your touch, and your hearing is all affected in some way. Effects. Note that people with agnosia normally can identify real three-dimensional objects better than drawings, according to Erzi Feud, who has a PhD and who is a neurocognitive scientist at New York University in Toronto. Treatment. There are no simple treatments. They do not go away. Scientists are still looking for a cure. So soon as that cure is found, I will be sharing that with you. So I want to thank you for watching. Please leave your comments and concerns down below.